Map number 2 here of a best of 3. It is the finals of Go 4 SC2 Thursday. Best of 3, 2 Zergs, and in the top right, playing for Team Acer, needing to win this to take it to the ace game. He played ultra aggressive game number 1. We've got Bly. And his opponent to the lower left, mounting what may have been the best ever defense of a speedling all-in I have seen personally. And by that I mean without like bailings or anything, the most miracle defense perhaps. He's 1-0 up, 1 win away from taking the top spot, Mr. JonnyREcco. And he of course plays for Vega Squadron. Whoop-de-whoop. Vega Squadron have a ton of Zergs at the moment. And of course JonnyREcco is a Scottish player from the United Kingdom. And so I've had the pleasure to meet him quite a few times. He's an awesome guy. Anyway, in terms of openings, no super early pulls, no super early gases yet from Bly or Rico. No hatches. They're approaching the 15 supply mark, and generally when you start seeing that, you start seeing either a pull or a hatch. Pull first out of Rico this time. Bly going to be going hatch first, so mixing it up. And of course it's always cool. If you have gone for something cheesy, if you have done something crazy game 1, people are always going to be a bit safer against you that second game, normally. Anyway, this is all looking good. Meanwhile, Rico just taking his hatch, and this is a very normal opening. Interestingly, gas before pull for Bly. So it can still be pretty aggressive. Whoa. Okay. I was going to say, that was... Where he put it, it would have made his gas income lower because the drones would have had to have moved around it, whereas now it's fine. I panicked for a moment there. But it does mean he has to cancel that, so he lost 56 minerals. Sad times. Anyway, Overlord just chilling on forward. He's going to go and try and get some scouting information. Bly's one's coming through as well. They both just want to know, when did my opponent make a hatchery? Because that's what you want to know. The hatch timing gives away really what kind of build they likely went for. Or at least whether it was a hatch first or a pool first build. So, for the moment, Rico is going gasless. This is different to game number 1. Doesn't necessarily have to be gasless now, but generally speaking, you would have seen a gas by this point if you were looking to get speed out early. Bly, on the other hand, just hit 100 gas, starting up Zergling speed. Note, all 3 drones are still in that gas geyser. What this means is that it's quite likely, or at least quite probable, we'll be seeing some aggressive bailing play. Rico sees the shimmering of the spawning pool, sees that there's still 3 drones in gas, should be getting prepared for this. And there's kind of only one way you defend against this kind of play if you are going gasless, and that's to wall off your natural. You can shut down 2 evolution chambers and a roach run if you want to be ultra safe, and then just position your 2 bonus queens in, because whenever you go gasless, you have to get 4 queens down. Like, it's just the thing you do. It's essential. The only trouble is you've got to wait for the creep spread to get over, so setting up a spine nice and early, just to be safe. Meanwhile, Bly still mining up that gas. Bailing Nest now being added in. Note he's starting that a little bit later than potentially otherwise. He has got still a decent amount of gas there. Ooh, cancels it. What? What? Ooh. Was that seen by anything? No, the cancel was seen as well. Okay. That's fine. JonnyREcco saw the cancel. It was trying to do a little bit of mind games, trying to be like, I made a bailing nest. And then sneaking out the lair. But this could now be a 2-base Mutalisk style play. Okay, bailing nest getting restarted now. Bly, you're mind gaming the mind games. Restarts it and recancels it again. So now Rico may actually be confused. He may be like, no, he still saw the cancel apparently. Wait, how did he see the cancel? What's he seeing it with? I'm proper confused. Unless Bly's just... There is no vision for Rico over here now. I'm very confused. Anyway, double Evo chamber now coming through. 3 queens can wall this off. Ideally you want roach run as well though, just to be ultra safe. Depends if you want to go roaches of course though. Lair is now finished up. The additional gas has been taken. This is going to be a 2-base Mutalisk play out of Bly. Can Rico defend it? Well, for the moment Rico doesn't have a lair. Only just starting to mine gas now, or for a little while. He's got speed coming out, but no lair early on. No roach warren either. Be interesting to see what he grabs from this double evolution chamber. For For the most part, though, this is all going to come down to what can the Spire do. Third Baneling nest gets started. This keeps getting cancelled. It's awesome. But yeah, this is now very normal stuff. Ooh, a lot of Zerglings coming through, as well as the +1 missile attack. So these Speedlings are likely just to try and pester, try and prod, to poke. Although there's a lot more coming through. +1 missile attack's really interesting when we don't see a Baneling, don't see a Rotor at all. REcco also pushing back this Overlord with his 2 Queens. Gonna just be getting a free Overlord kill there. Couple of Speedlings gonna try and kill the Queens, but of course can't do much. But it also opens up a nice avenue for REcco to sneak on by here. Speed is done for Bly, so it gives him time to get away, whereas JonnyREcco's still got 4 seconds left on that. His third base is coming through, but it can be scouted by the Overlord, so there's no way Bly doesn't know about this now. Still pressure coming in. Good number of Zerglings there. Gonna be able to take out a lot of those. Overall work, Link count, 36 to 7. Banelings now morphing in. We've already got 12 here for Bly, but they're way out of position. Not where they need to be. One Baneling goes down, the second Baneling hit a bit better, but look at how far these Banelings are! Look at how far they are! There's a couple of Lings just poking away at them. REcco knows what's coming, and by spending all of this money immediately into these Banelings, Bly doesn't have much gas left, or as much as he did have before. Couple of Baneling hits now coming through, trying to deal with the Banelings as best as possible, buying himself more time for that third base. Workers killed 7. REcco up in the overall worker count, but he should now know there's a ton of Banelings, but he's got more than enough time to get out a huge number of Roaches. My favourite joke in StarCraft, playing the Pirate Zerg, holding down that R key. And Roaches, in this numbers, they just shut down Zergling Baneling play. It's not even close. Like, there's just too many Roaches now. The surface area is too high. The Banelings just don't deal with Roaches quickly enough. But yeah, this is all very interesting. Note the Spire, that's never been used. This Spire is redundant. He just wanted to build it. He was just like, I like Spires. No Mutas, because of all these Banelings that came through. And this switch up was all down to the third hatch of REcco. It's just like, okay, third hatch, can't really go Mutalisks. Gonna have to try and stop this. Spire's been seen as well now. It is getting +1 air attacks, despite there being nothing in the air. Thinking long term. REcco's Roaches pushing on forward. They've got +1 already, getting +1 Carapace 2 now, and +2 missile attack and Roach speed. This third hatch of Bly, it's in some problems. It's in some big problems. Potentially Bly as a whole is in some big problems, because there's Roaches coming at you. And they aren't cute, they aren't cuddly. They're deadly. They're blowing up your Banelings and killing off your drones. Sure, Mutas will kill them. There's nothing the Roaches can do about the Mutas, but what can the Roaches do before the Mutalisks kill them? There's only 8, slowly tickling them to death. Third hatch, that's dead. Dead and gone. And still the Roaches are coming through. They're getting more damage down. Overall, 12 workers killed. REcco up 53 to 38. And while there are the Mutalisks there, they're having to defend. This is giving ample time for REcco to add in more spores, pick off more drones, basically pillage and plunder all of the economy of his opponent. And yeah, this is pretty devastating for Bly at this stage. If his natural hatch goes down, it's all but over. I don't like calling games early, but with the natural hatch now dead, it's a 1-base Zerg up against a 3-base Zerg. The Mutaflock is at 16, which, to be fair, is pretty scary. But the Swarm Host, the Spore Crawler count is at 7. Spore Crawlers hit like absolute trucks. It's not actually like a truck. A Spore Crawler hits a Mutalisk like a meteor hit the dinosaurs. It's annihilation. It's extinction. And that's what we're going to see here, especially with the Queens. They can't even focus down the Spores because the Queens have too much transfuse energy. Spores just literally everywhere. Queens do need to be careful though. They can always get one-shotted by this many Mutas. They need to stay closer to the Spores. The lovely, those transfuses are so good though. Infestors coming down. That's when the fungal growths are going to start looking very, very scary. The Mutas getting boxed in a bit more. Queens coming through. Transfuse missed there. That's a little bit frustrating. Bly really controlling these Mutalisks incredibly well. Basically keeping everything going on. But yeah. Still the Spores hit, get a Muta there. The control has to be phenomenal right now by Bly. They have to be controlled perfectly. Where's the fungal growth? An infested dies there. Where's the other one? Another one coming from the side. If this fungal's good, that's where problems come. Overcomes the queen, gets some more shots. Fungal is good, but there's nothing to follow up with it. Not over a spore. One queen is not too scary. Bly really dishing out some damage, but by no means is this over yet. Like, there needs to be so much more. Another good fungal. In range of a spore cooler this time. A couple of mutas gonna die to that. Another good fungal growth coming through. And with that, GG is called. JonnyREcco takes this series 2-0 and wins Go for SC2 Thursday.